Here we go again.
Third time's the charm.
Yeah, that's third time's the charm, everyone. Sorry for running late. Yeah, no excuses from our side, but anyway, here we go again. And it is the round 3 of the 2020.2 South African simTC series at the Red Bull Ring. And if you're wondering why you're not hearing Daniel Haynes' voice this evening, it is myself, Jason Holden-Jones, who'll be leading the commentary this evening together. I won't be alone in the commentary booth, but Sas van der Veste is joining us. Welcome, Sas.
Hi, thank you for having me tonight. Looking forward to seeing this race unfold. As we've discussed before the stream actually started, it's going to be quite a tight pack tonight. Looking at the hot lap qualifiers for the week, Div 1 was separated by about half a second in total, so it's already looking like there's some close times up on the time board, with Renier Leach second slowest time being 0.8 seconds behind Nick Hodgson at the lead with provisional pole for a 52.4.
Yeah, we've got Donnie Miller right there, Sas, just not even 2 tenths behind him. And Matthew Boy, of course, 2 tenths are separating the top 3, so it's very tight.
I'm actually fully expecting some people to be separated by thousandths of a second, not just hundredths of a second. It can be really close with these people.
Yeah, one would tend to agree at how close they are at the moment. And just over, just under 10 minutes remaining in this qualifying session. 2 races this evening, of course, with a reverse grid start before the second race. We provide some extra fireworks. Donnie Miller there, flirting with the track limits on entry to the opening corner.
Yeah, I've during my few hot laps that I've done, I've found I've not gone wide enough. People really almost feels like they're abusing how wide you can go, but like whatever you can do to go faster, if Assetto Corsa allows it, I suspect that's a pretty legal turn. Like it's flirting with just almost too wide, and you can even risk going too wide and invalidating a lap, which could cost you a good run.
Yeah, certainly, of course, all the drivers looking for any advantage that they can use to get ahead of the car in front of them. Just in the racing driver's nature, of course. Watching now Jacques Boerter in second position. The Audi. Yeah, he gets on this evening, but right there's Laruna up into 4th position with a stunner, 52.672. Just 18 tenths behind pole position lead at the moment, Nick Hodgson. Thinking about Hodgson, he's just left the pits now again for another run.
Does look like LaRue lost a bit of time. Maybe he can make it up in the last corner. But with these cars, they go around the track so quickly, you can jam it full of fuel and then go for lap after lap trying to set a good time. So it's not the biggest loss if you don't get it right the first time around.
I'm going to try and bring up our delta so we can keep drivers at bring that up. Find it quickly. So Jacques Boerter, he was up on his time by 1/10 of a second, but he's lost it all through the final 2 corners. Look at the slipstream from the car in front. He's got it, but I don't think it's quite enough to improve his time. It's going to be tight.
It's only just not enough.
Yeah.
But he'll likely try and capitalize on that next lap. It does look like he's faster than whoever is in front of him.
Yeah. And I tell you what, says you're going to get a great slipstreaming effect now if you can just time it well towards the end of the lap.
Yeah, hopefully the person in front doesn't hold him up too much if they make a mistake, so that might then put Jock into provisional pole if he can keep up improving. It's going to be really tight. There's only so many corners to work with, so there's not a lot of time to find on the track, but maybe he'll pull a rabbit out of the hat and do something great.
In front of him, Sass just pulled out off the track there. Oh, it's going to be tight now.
It's going to...
He's going to just an extra half a tenth. Not going to quite get it this time round. But he does improve his time to defend against Danny Miller there in third position. Here's Danny Miller now in the Hyundai for Odin Racing. Of course, that team led by Ryan Hill, my fellow administrator here at SimRace South Africa. And here comes Danny Miller. It's going to improve his time, but not his position. Been very tight now. Hudson pulls off the side of the circuits. Hasn't improved during his last run.
I'm hunting around and I'm finding, I think it's Corné Kotze in 13th position. He's up on his Delta. He was also one of the fast runners, so he might be able to gain a few positions if he can get in a good lap.
We're watching Corné now. The 10th up, as he says, this. Oh, he's getting big time now.
Oh no, that's invalidated.
Okay.
He was pushing just too hard there.
Welcome to everybody in the YouTube live chat. We're filing in now. Getting ready for a good race this evening. Good, Moss. Thanks for the comment. Can you tell us which commentators? Which? I'm Jason. Another one's obviously Sass.
I tend to be the loud person in the room, so I'm hoping it's not me that's being too loud. Oh, and Donnie Mulder. Sorry, Daryl Mulder jumps up to 11th from way back in the field, it seems. Or it might have only been his first valid lap. James Leach. Yeah, Corné Kotze also jumps up. He did improve a little.
Okay, great, guys. Thank you. I've turned down Sass now. I can't turn myself up any further. So, it's Sass. Let us know if that's any better.
Seeing Dirk taking jabs at me for talking too loudly. I get excited and then I get loud. It's what you want in a commentator.
Yeah. Absolutely.
What's even more fun is in this series we have standing starts, so there will be a good opportunity for us to go with the go,
yeah,
all green and get the race going as the way it should be. Oh, and Corné Kotze bumps up into 5th. So with 2 minutes and 40 seconds remaining, Nick Hodgson is currently on provisional pole. Jock Botha is really pushing hard to try and get into pole. He's in 2nd. Then Donnie Miller in 3rd. Matthew Boy in 4th. Corné Kotze in 5th. Mike Leroux in 6th. And Pieter Geldenhuys in 7th. And as we're saying that, Corné Breed moves up into 8th. Steven Sparks in 9th and Jacques van Vieren Jurgens van Vieren in 10th. And that's all spread out in less than a quarter of a second.
Very tight indeed. Just surprised that the teams are sort of the teams who have drivers again in this race are not using each other to slipstream each other, but that's very tricky to get right, of course.
Yeah, I've also found that the slipstream on these cars aren't that great. It's more about how well you get out of a corner than necessarily tucking in behind somebody. It's there, but you have to be really close to capitalize on it, and that means if the person in front of you screws up, you're gonna lose a lot of time trying to miss them.
I think it would involve a lot of practice between the two teammates to get that absolutely spot on. Well,
Yeah, you also need some teammates who are really, really in sync with how to drive on the track.
Hudson now looking for fourth position, doesn't quite get it. He lost a bit of time through that final corner. That's Jacques Boerter now up 10th second. He's got it back now, I think.
He ran a bit wide out of that turn, which cost him quite a bit of precious time.
Cornet's square with his Delta so far. Let's see what he can do through this final two corners.
There is basically 20 seconds remaining. I see somebody asking for an onboard lap, Jason. Maybe we can show them before the time runs out what a good lap looks like.
Let's pick up Jacques Boerter. That's spot on. The Jacques Boerter now using the shorter version of the circuits. Cut back into the infield after the first corner. Tricky left-right combination to get right, but I understand that for Jacques Boerter, not too bad. He could drive down this back straight and then fling the car into this first corner of this complex as Jacques Boerter's got it all wrong. And let the car run slightly wider and cut back in from this final corner. Jacques decided to ban that lap, unfortunately.
I'll tell you this, there is hopefully going to be time for us to focus and maybe see what a clean lap looks like during the race, but knowing that it's 20 laps and it's going to be back-to-back with a reverse grid, it's going to be quite frantic, and Peter Holden-Jones moves up into third.
Wow. Fantastic there for the racing crew. While the drivers get themselves ready for the start of this race, we're going to take a short break. Don't go away. Welcome back to the Red Bull Ring as we're getting ready for the start of this race. Lights all on.
All red, and it's go, go, go.
Go, go, yes indeed. Nick Hutchins got a fantastic start into turn one. He goes 3 abreast behind him though, what's going to happen here, Sas?
Ooh, Jacques Boerter gets a little tap from behind. I'm not sure if Matthew Boy, who maybe lost out. I don't think anybody lost out of position there, but it was tight.
Oh, there's action behind us. There's contact. Kieran Patterson turns around and drama at the back. A lot of cars going off the circuit, unfortunately. Back to the front, though. Nick Hutchins getting away. Jacques Boerter under pressure from Matthew Boy in the point-blank racing Hyundai. Boy positioning himself to have a go at Jacques Boerter into turn one, I reckon. We go down.
He's going to tuck himself up right behind Jacques. But I don't think the slipstream is giving him just enough. It's going to be a braking race for most people, trying to see who can outbrake one another and get into a turn early.
It's Boy now. Pulls out of the slipstream from Botha.
That would have compromised his line almost, but it looks like he's kept it together really nicely. Botha's really fighting to keep ahead of Matthew Boy.
Kieran Patterson's put a move on Rowan Cradling there for 14th position. Good move there by Kieran Patterson. Nick Hodgson has got to leave about a second and a half.
Brent Lindsay Ray is right on the tail of Jurgens van Vieren for 8th position. That's close all over the field.
No, the mistake there by Cotter says Brad through into 5th position. Here comes Lindsay Ray now. Oh, contact in front of us, and Audi turned around. That is Corne Kotze is in the thick of it this evening.
Yeah, it seemed to create quite a blockage for everybody coming up behind them.
But when the Patterson works, our Honda's too. It's Kieran Patterson. Oh, that's gone terribly wrong there for PWSR.
He started in the top 10, I think. So it's unfortunate to have seen him been involved in multiple incidents now that cost him some positions.
James Leach and Alan Patterson are fighting out for 9th position, side by side down the main straight.
Does look like Alan might have this, if he can just get a clean exit out of this turn. Leach takes the position back, but that did compromise his line. He might not have the exit speed necessary to keep Alan at bay. Alan just not managing to keep it together there.
Understeer
Leach
there. Patterson under pressure from Mulder. The Audi, the white one just behind him. It's Alan Patterson finding no problem to pull away now from the Audi. No problem. Look at that gap up to, is that timing board updates up to 8 tenths already. Patterson zeroing in on James Leach already. Raymond Duggan in the thick of it now. He's got Sean Webber and Jan Spammers around him. Can fake then 21st right behind him. Good four-way battle this for 18th position. A good racing up and down this field this evening. Ooh, and Duggan's got it wrong and a braking. Around he goes. Slips down to 21st.
Kieran Patterson seems to be quite far behind. He's going to have to keep his head down and see what he can pull out the hat to try and make up some of the lost position that he's got. I see Dirk Brandt asking in the YouTube chat if there are any alphas or GTIs in Div 1. Quick scan through, I'm not seeing alphas, but I am seeing Raymond Duggan on a GTI. But it looks like the majority is Hyundais, Audis, and what else did I see? I think the Honda featured also.
Leach now under pressure from Krelling. Krelling goes for a dive up the inside. Leach sees him coming, but slams the door shut there. Good stuff there by Leach. Two Leaches in this race. This is Renier Leach and James is in 9th position. The other Honda. Thus we got Bread and Stephen Sparks over 5th position. Nice close battle there.
Yeah, it's all going to come down to T1, it seems. If Sparks can keep on the tail of Breed, we're in for some action. So race pace, we're seeing about 53 seconds from the top. Peter Geldenhuys does a 52.7, back in 13th position.
Weber and Spam is right together now.
Up front, Peter Geldenhuys is making a move on Daryl Mulder. Daryl is fighting hard because right behind him there's Corné Kotze also trying to get a position, as well as Raj Paul trying to have a look and see what he can do.
Leach under pressure from Kraling again. Braking we go.
Ooh.
Kraling seems to have it, but here comes Leach now. Coming back in great racing.
Now, Kraling had to take the inside line, which compromised the exit slightly, because Leach could get the nice wide entry there. But they're still fighting hard for this.
It still goes on.
See people commenting in YouTube chat. Arnu from Mansberg, damn, he chose the wrong car. I'm assuming it's the Alpha that he chose. With Dirk Brandt also commenting, saying like, yeah, he chose with his heart, and it's come back to bite him. Not sure if we'll see Dirk in Div 2, but I'm curious. I still need to go and check where Arnu was. And Rowan Greiling goes wide.
Oh.
That's going to cost him a lot of positions now.
He's just managed to avoid the barrier, if I saw that correctly. But yeah, he's right down to 22nd. Wow.
Side of his car does look a bit like potato chips, so he might have gotten a bit of rubbing on the side there. Jan Spammers is definitely trying to make a move on Sean Webber, and Sean Webber is on the tail of Renier Leach.
Spammers now looking at the inside of Webber. He goes for a move. Webber sees him coming. Light contact, not too bad. Good racing.
Keeping it clean.
We've got the Pug just behind them. I think that's a V6 powered 308 if I'm not mistaken. Sounds absolutely glorious.
Yeah, that's Hannes van Wyk. Trying desperately to pass the train of cars ahead of him.
We'll try again now. Upside of it for turn 1, but setting himself up for the following corner. Gets good drive now in the slipstream. Pulls out of it straight away. Looking for the inside line. Oh, Webber's got him covered. Oh, Webber's run wide. Same mistake as Kraling there, Sass.
It's all about absorbing that pressure. If you see somebody on your inside line, it's that instinctive, oh my goodness, what's going to happen now? Is he going to outbrake himself? And if you crack under that pressure, easily just lock up your wheels, and then it can send you flying off the track.
Will be possibly tire wear now playing a big factor through that long corner. It's catching the guys out with excessive understeer. Back to the front now, Sass, and Hodgson's got a gap of just under 2 seconds ahead of Botha. Incomfortable, but Botha's still there. And Hodgson will know if he makes a mistake, Buerta's there to take it away from him.
Hodgson was pushing really hard to make sure that he's got pole there, and I'm not expecting him to crack. I'd only expect them to see to see some pressure if Buerta was following closer, but Buerta is allowing him enough breathing room that he knows that a smallish mistake won't cost him a position, but many mistakes will definitely cost him. So it doesn't mean that there isn't pressure, but there's just enough of a breathing room for him to continue going. The front pack is all spread out quite nicely. Between Hodgson and Buerta, there's 2 seconds, and between Buerta and Boy, there's 1.8. So they've settled into a bit of a groove there, and it seems like they're getting comfortable.
Spammer's got Leach now for 15th. Leach is coming back at him now. Spammers runs wide. Leach has got the inside line. Spammers uses it to his advantage. Better speed through the corner. Leach is coming back at him now. Down the back straight.
Leach got the better exit out of that turn to not have to scrub away too much speed getting around the corner.
Oh, big understeer for Spammers. He runs wide. So does Leach, in fact.
Then understeer for Hannes van Wyk behind him.
For a moment we had Duggan and LaRue side by side. And Duggan's in fact past LaRue for 18th.
Up front, I see Steven Sparks is following Corne Breed by less than half a second, but he's just not getting close enough to try and make a move.
Hodgson's lead now up to 2.3 seconds. Very comfortable at this late stage of the race. Duggan now taking it to Van Wyk, 17th, and he's brought LaRue with him. Van Wyk's got a run on René Leach.
How did LaRue get in the back? Wasn't he one of the front runners at the start?
He was right at the front, but he might have been a bit further up the pack, yes.
It just goes to show how much a mistake can cost you. Roan Greiling was relatively comfortable in the top 15, and he's fallen back way by quite a bit after that slide out. Mike LaRue is looking up, and he gets the pass on Hannes van Wyk. Up at the front, Pieter Geldenhuys, the middle, Pieter Geldenhuys is right in the back of Alan Patterson, and they're going onto the main straight, so it's going to be a dice into that first corner to see who can set themselves up the best and get a good exit out. And further up, Steven Sparks is still sitting just behind Corne Breed by less than half a second. It's as if Sparks is quicker in the last few corners, but Corne Breed then pulls away in the first few corners, so they're continuing back and forwards a bit, but keep maintaining this about the same pace. Peter Gelden is getting really close to Alan Patterson now.
Yeah, the two team principals duning it out here. Alan Patterson for Patterson Works Racing, of course, versus Peter Gelden of the sim racing crew.
Does look like Gelden ran wide a bit there, so that's going to cost him. Gonna have to work hard to get back on Patterson's tail, but Patterson then runs wide. It's neck and neck for these two. Oh, and we're on the final lap.
Certainly.
So there's not a lot of time left for big moves to be made. Further down the field, I see Mike Leroux moving up to 17th with Rainier Leach right on his tail, but ultimately losing out some time there.
Yeah, this is the battle to watch now, because whoever finishes in 10th position will start on pole position for race 2. So at the moment is Alan Patterson, who's got 10th position. He takes it away from Peter Gelden.
Just hesitates there on the apex.
But here comes Nicholas Hodgson to take victory of race 1 this evening. What a great drive by him. Congratulations to him and the team. Dark Boerter gets a well-deserved second position. Matthew Boy makes it a 1 and 3 finish for Point Blank Racing. Donnie Miller gets 4th. Good, strong run by him. Corner Breed gets 5th. Stephen Sparks for 6th position. Van Vieren will get 7th. Quiet race, but successful race for him this evening. Brent Lindsay Ray gets 8th. James Leach 9th. Alan Patterson gets that 10th position in the end. He will start from pole position for race 2. Peter Gelden gets 11th. Kotzer 12th. Mulders 13th. Raj Paul 14th. Spammers 15th. Duggan 16th. Larry 17th. Renee Leach 18th position. Kieran Patterson looking for a better race in race 2. He finishes in 19th this time round. Alison Beck will get 20th. Rowan Kraling 21st, and Sean Weber 20th. And while we get ready for race 2 this evening, we're going to take a short break. Don't go away. Says, do we stay on the 7 or? Okay. Good race. Welcome back to the Red Bull Ring for race 2 this evening. And as I did say, Alan Patterson on pole position this evening, looking to convert another victory in this championship.
And it's looking like somebody actually dropped from the server, because James Leach is now in 2nd position. And if I remember correctly, it was him and Alan battling it out.
That's right. 10 seconds away from race start now.
Lights are coming up and we're getting ready to go. And it's all off. Go, go, go. Alan looks like he's getting a really good start there. Does take quite a tight line into turn 1.
Oh, there's action already.
Van Vieren
Turned around.
Van Vuren.
Oh,
Lots of people getting turned around. Mike Leroux, Matthew Boy, Corné, Briet, and Jurgens van Vuren being turned around and losing out quite a bit there in turn 1.
Casualties everywhere. Jacques Buerta, same error again. Sees him right back in 18th position. Drama for him. And
ahead.
Oh, big action in the back here. Oh, everyone's just too eager. And that split up the field, unfortunately. These 2x2 into the second last corner now, side by side for Daryl Mulder. And they're going to go 3 wide down the main straight. What could go wrong there, Sass, really?
Well, if turn 1 was any indication of what can happen, we can clearly see, at least they're not that bunched up, so three wide while they're this far apart, it can be done, but it's not easy to do so.
Yeah. I think this field needs to go and do some threading lessons. Talk about threading the needle. They didn't go so well to plan this lap, but anyway, as the field settles down now.
And I see Jan Spammers went into the pit, so he might have picked up some bad damage.
So everyone's getting a bit too excited there for race 2. The race is not won on the opening race, everybody.
The blood is pumping though after that first race, so and knowing that you're ahead, if you finished in the top 10 ahead of the people in front of you, that can put some pressure on you to maybe either be too cautious or make some mistakes going into turn 1, causing a bit of a pile up behind.
Absolutely.
Jacques Buerta, I see, is back in 11th, so he's done a bit of a recovery in between all of the madness going on around him.
Here comes Van Vuren, who was involved in that opening lap drama. 4th position, work to do for him.
Up ahead, Daryl Mulder is right on the tail of Sharon Rajpal. He's going to be looking if he can capitalize on it into turn 1.
Jacques Buerta now, Sass has got a run. No, that's in fact Michael Leroux. Yeah, gets 14th. Can he hold it? Boy, he might come back at him. No, boy, under pressure now from Breed in the Audi. Oh, sends it up the inside. Oh,
that's
yeah, that was a bit optimistic. Round goes Boy.
Yeah, what I think happened there was Boy was trying to close the door, but Cornell already stuck his nose in there, and Boy didn't allow him the space he needed to, which would have resulted in Boy losing traction of the rear and spinning out. Corné Briet does also lose position there. Is he waiting for Boy?
Maybe doing so. Was Mulder now? He's got to run on Raj Paul. Contact.
But he keeps it together.
There's action behind him as well. Oh, where's Mulder going?
That tank slapper is going to bite him.
Oh, action behind us too. Who's that?
That's
Duggan.
Raymond Duggan spinning out.
Duggan's got his golf pointing in the wrong direction.
Jacques Buerta, Rowan Greiling, Jurgens van Vuren all moving up. Jurgens almost back in that top 10 where he was running most of the race 1.
Look at these three now, down the main straights. Mulder, Raj Paul and Hodgson. And Rowan Greiling there for good measure as Greiling gets past Hodgson.
Fancy's having a look, but he's going to... Hodgson is not going to take that sitting down. He's going to put some pressure back onto Rowan. Alan Patterson is comfortably running up in front.
Yes, we saw him do this. I think this was at Brands Hatch. Am I right? I think that he won the second race. And looking to do the same thing here at the Red Bull Ring.
I can't remember. That race was so full of drama, and despite for what Daniel and I had done, I've kind of buried it in my memory. Oh no, Ruan
that was
accidentally.
savage.
That's not a good move. Does he wait? Yeah, he does wait. It's the right thing to do.
Yeah, absolutely. Mistakes always do happen. We're racing very hard here, and things can go wrong. But Kraling doing the right thing there, just waiting for Watson to rejoin in front of him.
Up ahead, Kieran Patterson is on the tail of Sparks by less than 0.3 of a second, so he's hoping to capitalize into the main straight, maybe turn 1, seeing if he can have a look.
Kieran Patterson with a great drive. Here he comes Sass.
Oh, he cuts over the grass there, but does keep it together. Does look like it cost him some time though.
Always got Weber there for 16.
Kieran Patterson is trying to make the move on Stephen Sparks now. Going down the main straight to abreast, and it does look like he gets the move done.
Sparks is too aggressive on corner entry there, Sass. And he's lost time and falling into the clutches of Peter Geldernes there in 5th position. Two SRC cars now running together. Oh, off goes Sparks.
Just couldn't keep it going. That's an unfortunate situation to be in.
Geldernes in 4th position now. Holden under pressure from Botha. Over 7th position.
Botha is working really hard to get back up the field. Almost fancy the look there, but might get the drive out of the main straight.
But watch Botha now. Got a run on Mulder. Two teammates now, of course, side by side. Mulder lets Botha go after Rush Paul. Is it going to be 2 positions in 2 corners for Botha? Puts it up the inside. Certainly looks like it.
Yeah, he got the job done.
Ooh.
Mulder just tapping Rush Paul there, but both doing well to keep it together and continue going.
The Botha an absolute mission here, Sass. He's got, what, 4 seconds to Stephen Sparks, and I think he'll make it up too.
Trying to see what lap time Stephen Sparks is doing. 53 dead, and Botha does a 53.3, but he was fighting in that previous lap, so I'm expecting Botha to reel him in now in the bit of clean air that he has.
Rush Paul now under pressure from Mulder.
Mulder definitely not relenting on the pressure that he's applying there.
On board now with Mulder. Looking at the Honda of Rush Paul. Oh, as Mulder gets it sideways.
Gets on the brakes a bit too hard there.
But Miller and is it LaRue fighting for 11th? Very fast here, these two. As Nick Hodgson watches on behind them.
Nick is going to look at closing that gap so that he can capitalize on any mistakes that these guys up front make. Or may make. He's definitely looks like he's faster out the turn compared to Miller. He's just not getting his nose past him. Oh, Miller almost completely shutting the door there on Hodgson and causing a bit of an incident. But they're going to dice it up the main straight now.
Mulder as well on Rush Paul. Gets that move done nice and clean. Oh,
Nick Hodgson spins out Miller. Oh, that is not a good situation to be in. Hodgson not slowing down. That might be a bit naughty of him.
Well, then the pressure now from Raj Paul. Great fight between these two. Raj Paul have a good, better line now around Mulder. Still side by side. Mulder will tuck in behind the Audi now. He does just that. Mulder
trying to break the toe there.
Doing a Holden-Jones there. Swerving left to right, trying to break the toe. Mulder runs wide. Here comes Raj Paul. You have a run on him now, surely. Yeah, Raj Paul back through. To 7th position now. Leach
running nice and side by side.
Great fight. Leach has closed the gap to Patterson in front there to 1.5 seconds. It's closing up at the sharp end of the field. Here comes Van Vuuren though, also on a big recovery drive after his opening lap drama. Kotz is there for good measure too.
This is going to be a tight dice for these four. Jurgen's taking a bit of a defensive line there to try and prevent Kotze from taking the inside line.
Well, in fact, pushing Raj Paul through the corners.
Hurry up, hurry up.
He's feeling the pressure from Van Vuuren. Look at the front there. Alan Patterson leading by just 1.2 seconds. We're going to go and have a look there shortly.
Might he be suffering from some tire degradation that he's losing out a bit of time? About 4 or 5 laps left by my count, so there's still some time for Leach to catch up and maybe make a move.
Hodgson in the background here, having a go at LaRue. Well, they both lock up. LaRue survives in 11th.
Mulder is still right on the tail of Raj Paul, with Van Vuuren just right behind him and Kotze following closely as well.
Alan Patterson leading by just half a second now. We need to go and have a look and see what's happening there now. Here we go, down the main straight. And Alan Patterson under big pressure now with 3 laps remaining.
It's as if he's braking a lot earlier than he should be. He's not having the confidence to brake as late as he should, which is allowing Leach to really reel him in now.
Red's got Lindsay Ray for 17th. Raj Paul's got Mulder for 7th. No doubt those positions will change around again. As I say that, they're just... There's a lot of action
Raj
here.
Paul seems to have lost out a bit there. Van Vuuren also goes past, as Mike LaRue also seems to have lost quite a bit of time. Yeah, he's spinning out. Back to the front, Alan Patterson and James Leach approaching turn 1. That Honda is really pushing hard on the Hyundai.
A great run now on Alan Patterson. What is Patterson going to do? Don't think he has much of a choice. Goes
Keeping the
defensive.
defensive line. Ooh, and Leach runs really wide.
Good driving there by Alan Patterson, keeping Leach out.
Gives Alan just enough room.
And of course, these two battling out, enabling Kieran Patterson to close right up as well. He's just a second down the road.
Indeed, there's 2 laps left in this race, so this is definitely, well, hopefully we can get a nice photo finish for this. Alan seems to have regained his racing lines now. He's keeping it nice and clean. But as I say that, Leach does seem to be gaining some position again. Well, some time, reeling him in a bit. This last lap, it's all going to be about getting a good exit out of turn 1 to ensure that you can keep a clean lap.
I think Alan Patterson's done just enough now. If he keeps it clean, the victory will be his. And Patterson now, just last corner remaining now. Through he comes to take victory of race 2 this evening. Great performance by Alan Patterson and PWSR. James Leach will get second, and Kieran Patterson makes it a double podium there for Patterson Works Racing. Peter Kelnes will get 4th position. Stephen Sparks, 5th position for him. Jacques Boerter recovers to 6th. As Mulder just edges Van Vuren for 7th position. And Raj Paul, wow, close there between him and Kotze for 9th position. And then Rowan Kraling will get 11th. Leach 12th. Boy 13th. Red 14th. Lindsay Ray will get 15th position.
Hodgson 16th, Weber in 17th.
Yeah.
Miller will take 18th, Hannes van Wyk in 19th, and Mike Leroux in 20th. Raymond Duggan is in 21st, and I see Jan Spammers did not finish. That's an unfortunate situation for him.
Yes, I'm going to go and try and see if we can get Alan Patterson to join us in the booth. Questions? To park his car in the pit lane.
Sure, what a race. Lots of action.
Absolutely, thoroughly enjoyed
Sure,
it.
everybody is now
commentating on this TC race.
Yeah, everybody will be breathing a sigh of relief that it's over now. Get the run done.
Alan, you live. Are you there?
Good evening.
Good evening. Congratulations. What a fantastic race.
Awesome, Jason. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Tell us how it went.
Well, as usual, I don't have many nerves left. I seriously struggled to deal with people coming behind me. And it happened again in the second race. I had a reasonably nice lead. All right, so first race was just to avoid the drama. I got caught up in 2 or 3 other people's accidents, but that put me in a dice with James. Went round with James, had a good dice with Peter, and then managed to get over the line ahead of him. And again, I was in 10th. So Second race was at get away, just made it around first turn one, saw the drama. Kieran was telling me about the drama. He got through all of that and had a decent 2-second gap with James all the way around. And then towards the end, I start shaking and rattling, and I'm looking in the mirrors and missing the braking points. But yeah, hang on, and I got there. Thank you.
So you're saying it was nerves, not tires, that was getting to you?
The tires are good. I mean, I think one of the second last or third last laps was a 52.8 or 52.9 or whatnot. The tires hang on good, man.
Yeah, it definitely looked like you were braking a bit early going into T1, just being overly cautious to get a good exit.
That's exactly it, Sass. That's what happens to me. I get overcautious. I mean, okay, we all got a couple of track warnings. I think in that second race I maybe got about 2 or 3. So I was trying really hard not to run out of bounds and to try and keep the car on the track. And even doing that then causes you to brake a little bit earlier and harder, and then that caused James to catch up more, and I saw him also running a few over the boundaries, so it was tight. But sure, I seriously struggled with the pressure, man.
It did look like Kieran was coming to your rescue. He was really putting up some pressure behind James there, which caused him to fall back a bit.
He was, and he's telling me, I'm more worried about the real aliens, like our other commentators,
Nick Hodgson.
Yeah, and Kieran said he was 9th and then he was 13th, so Nick was going backwards, so I didn't worry too much about him. But even James was just giving me a drama the whole race. So awesome race with him and awesome race with the guys. I think in general it was a great looking race. How did you guys find it?
Yeah, it was fantastic. We enjoyed that crucial battle between yourself, Adam, and Peter Geldenhuis in race 1 over 10th position. So that was critical for your victory this evening. So
that was critical. 10th is, if you're going to make any position in the first race, it's 10th. And it's not up. I don't plan for that. I just couldn't keep up with James. But again, if you watch that replay, you'll see Peter comes from nowhere and he just catches me and he passed me. And then I knew, listen, I've got to come straight back. And I did with an even straightforward pass. I mean, I just got a good drive out turn, the last turn. And block passed up the front straight, and there was nothing he could do because I was going to be in the way for that last lap. Oh, my nerves.
Yeah, crazy race.
But it's done. Well done on your win.
Awesome, gents.
You definitely deserved keeping your nose clean in that last race.
Thanks, man. It was it's touring cars, man. It's tin tops.
Mm-hmm.
It's good fun. Stressful. I need a drink.
And on that note, I think we'll
Thanks,
conclude
chaps.
things this evening. Fantastic, and I thoroughly enjoyed commentating on my first simTC race. Of course, I normally do the simGT with Daniel. Filling in for Daniel was a great pleasure this evening with Sass. So big thanks to you, Sass, as well.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Really enjoyed the racing tonight. Looking forward to Div 2 happening on Wednesday.
Absolutely, and you can join our race 2 winner from this evening, Adam Patterson, on Wednesday evening for the Division 2 race of the simTC series. And as always,
and if you're keen to sign up, go head over to SimRace South Africa. I think it's simracesouthafrica.co.za, and go and sign up. There's still plenty of races to be had this season, and looking forward to seeing more there.
Absolutely, that's simracesa.co.za, and if you visit the website, you can find a sign-up form there, and you can also read about the different championships. You can also join our Discord channel where all our official communication happens, and that's administered by Ryan Hill, Alan Patterson, and myself. And come and ask some questions, get involved, and as I said, there's a sign-up form on the website. That'll come through to me first via email. I'll respond as soon as possible, and then we get you entered all the different championships that you're interested in. But open to everybody. All we expect is close racing, and
definitely,
that's what we saw this evening, I think, Sass.
Yeah.
So from me, Jason Holden-Jones and Sass van der Wessers, and thank you very much for joining us, and we look forward to Wednesday evening.
Have a good night, everybody. And that's the stream.
Yeah, we still live. I can't switch it off for some reason. My computer's doing weird things. For winning. Mouse just jumps around like a crazy thing. I can't even control it.
Close AC.
Trying to, I can't. I'm just gonna shut my machine down, alright. I'm coming back now. I'm coming back now.